Good morning, FCA. Today we are going to be going over a guidance lesson, and today's guidance lesson is over the idea of being thoughtful. So when I say the word thoughtful, what are some things that come to your mind? Is it doing something for others? Is it thinking about maybe what you're saying or doing and how it might affect someone else? And maybe you would choose a different action based on that. There are many different ways that we can show that we are thoughtful. And one of the most important things is just to remember that you should treat others the way you would want to be treated. So we're going to look at a couple posters today about what it means to be thoughtful. So our first poster is a picture of Amanda, and this might be Amanda and her grandpa. And it says, Jesus is pleased when we think of others. Being thoughtful often gives us an opportunity to tell someone about Jesus. Jesus did not want us to wait for others to do things for us. He wants us to look for ways that we can show his love to others. Amanda's thoughtfulness has brightened someone's day. Whose life will you brighten today? So Amanda is going and spending time with someone and also bringing them a thoughtful gift and a card. Remember, Galatians chapter 6 verse 10 says, as we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men. That means that Jesus wants us to do good for others. Here we have another picture. When Zachary opens the door for his mother without being asked, he is being thoughtful. When you think of something you can do to help someone else, you are being thoughtful. What thoughtful things does your mother do for you? What thoughtful things do you do? Sometimes we show thoughtfulness by being kind rather than by doing work. Giving mom a hug is thoughtful. Making dad a birthday card is thoughtful. What are some ways that you can be thoughtful? And we're going to talk more about that today. And we are going to read a special book. And it is called Have You Filled a Bucket Today? And it is a guide to daily happiness for kids, and it's by Carol McLeod. It says, all day long, everyone in the whole wide world walks around carrying an invisible bucket. You can't see it, but it's there. You have a bucket. Each member of your family has a bucket. Your grandparents, friends, and neighbors all have buckets. Everyone carries an invisible bucket. Your bucket has one purpose only. Its purpose is to hold your good thoughts and good feelings about yourself. You feel happy and good when your bucket is full. And you feel sad and lonely when your bucket is empty. Other people feel the same way too. They're happy when their buckets are full, and they're sad when their buckets are empty. It's great to have a full bucket, and this is how it works. Other people can fill your bucket, and you can fill theirs. You can fill your own bucket too. So, how do you fill a bucket? You fill a bucket when you show love to someone, when you say or do something kind, or even when you give someone a smile. That's being a bucket filler. A bucket filler is a loving, caring person who says and does nice things to make others feel special. When you treat others with kindness and respect, you fill their bucket. But you can also dip into a bucket and take out some good feelings. You dip into a bucket when you make fun of someone, when you say or do mean things, or even when you ignore someone. That's bucket dipping. Bullying is bucket dipping. When you hurt others, you dip into their bucket. You will dip into your own bucket too. Many people who dip have an empty bucket. They may think they can fill their own bucket by dipping into someone else's, but that will never work. You never fill your own bucket when you dip into someone else's. But guess what? When you fill someone else's bucket, you fill your own bucket too. You feel good when you help others feel good. All day long, we are either filling up or dipping into each other's buckets by what we say and by what we do. Try to fill a bucket and see what happens. You love your mom and dad. Why not tell them you love them? You can even tell them why. Your caring words will fill their buckets with joy. Watch for smiles to light up their faces. You will feel like smiling too. A smile is a good clue that you have filled a bucket. If you practice, you'll become a great bucket filler. Just remember that everyone carries an invisible bucket, and think of what you can say or do to fill it. Here are some ideas for you. You could smile and say hi to the bus driver. He has a bucket too. You could invite the new kid at school to play with you. You could write a thank you to your teacher. You could tell your grandpa that you like spending time with him. There are many ways to fill a bucket. Bucket filling is fun and easy to do. It doesn't matter how young or old you are. It doesn't cost money. It doesn't take much time. And remember, when you fill someone else's bucket, you fill your own bucket too. When you're a bucket filler, you make your home, your school, and your neighborhood a better place for all. Bucket filling makes everyone feel good. So why not decide to be a bucket filler today and every day? Just start each day by saying to yourself, I'm going to do something to fill someone's bucket today. And at the end of each day, ask yourself, did I fill the bucket today? Yes, I did. That's the life of a bucket filler. And that's you. All right. So what does it mean to have a bucket that needs filled? Well, it's just like our feelings that are inside of us, right? And so we all have a way that we feel inside. And when we are filled up with good thoughts, and usually from kind actions toward us, then we feel good about ourselves and we can share that goodness with others. And we want them to feel just as wonderful as we do. And when we put other people down, not only do they feel bad, but we feel bad too. So we're going to play a game, and it is called Bucket Fillers. We have 2 buckets up here. So this bucket is our bucket filler. You can see that it's a very happy bucket. This is where our good, thoughtful deeds will go and fill a bucket. And then we have our other bucket, which is a bucket dipper. So